523. We're going to take a look at assignment number 4. It's your solution summary based off the hypothetical situation. Remember, assignments 1 through 5, they all build off of each other. So some of the information in this assignment you'll pull from the previous 3. And so make sure you're not recreating the wheel. If it asks for something from a previous assignment, give yourself credit and use that information. So let's jump in. What you're going to do is you're going to take your solution that you proposed from assignment 3 and you're going to summarize it in a template plan. So in assignment 3, you use Jamboard to kind of ideate and figure out what you're going to choose. And then this one is more around the actual solution, the plan for the solution. So remember this scenario. There's a chemical spill. It's your school. You have to go virtual for 5 days. And so you're building out a 5-day lesson plan essentially for your students. So that's the scenario. Before we jump into the actual details, if you click here, this link right here, it's going to just pull up a Google Doc that has the exact same information. So if your brain likes to see it in this format, bulleted format, you're more than welcome to click on that. I'm just going to speak to it right inside Canvas here. So first, you're going to read this article, Design Thinking in Process Prototyping. Good article, not that long, but as you go through it, you can kind of see this graphic. We've seen it in almost every assignment as part of the reading, but then it goes into the different things you can do. So low fidelity prototyping, that would be example if you were building a model, you might make it out of cardboard or popsicle sticks or something like that. Sketching. So for a lesson plan, this might just be a quick outline. So it's not super detailed. It's just to give you an idea. The high fidelity prototyping and those same examples would be more like 3D printing, right? It's definitely, it's going to take longer. And instead of just doing a quick outline for a lesson plan, this might be more of an outline with links to more detailed documents of assignments or things of that nature. Number one thing, start working. When you're prototyping, it's kind of like brainstorming or ideal generation in that you're just throwing things down, but you're a little more focused. So just start working on it. And then what the whole point is, you build something and then you refine it and you do it again. It's that continuous loop of improvement. The biggest thing for me is remember the end user is your students. And so design thinking matters. When you're designing a lesson plan, you have to keep them in mind, which should go without saying, but a lot of times, even myself, I lesson plan in a way that works for me, not necessarily my students. So you have to remember to always keep them in front of mind. So there's the article there. Then what you're going to do is you're going to click on this link and it's going to make a copy of your solution summary. So you can see there's a table in there. First thing, always make sure your name and information is there. When you start putting in information, be sure, and this sounds so silly, to get rid of the directions that are in that box. So you want to make sure you get rid of that. Sometimes people forget to do that. Not that it's a huge deal, but you should. And right here, summarize your solution idea from assignment 3. So you're pulling in that information from assignment 3. Your content area, that is what the lesson plan is going to be around. If you teach multiple subjects, you can just pick one content area. You don't have to do everything unless you want to. Whatever is going to be more beneficial to you moving forward, if this is something you would use, definitely do what works for you on that side of it. Your pedagogical approach, how are you going to teach this? How are you going to deliver it to students? Technology use, what all do you need? And some of that you may not have, some of it you may have, but that's okay. What do you think to do this well are you going to need? And then the rationale around that technology. So it's nice to say I need 14 iPads and every student needs a Chromebook, but why do you need those? Or, is that a reality? And then finally, from last week, relevance and novelty, make sure you are explaining how what you're doing is relevant and how your solution is novel to the students. I always get the question, how long should this be, right? And you hate when teachers say long enough to explain what you're doing, but not too long that you just are writing to write. Really, the first one, 4 to 5 sentences, 3 sentences. Technology use is going to be more bullet point probably, but with a little bit of description around there. a few sentences. So in each box, if really 3 to 5 developed sentences, it can't be super short sentences, you're going to be fine. It's just getting the information to me of what the summary is of your lesson plan. And so that is there. If you don't know how to download a PDF, there's a video here, but it's really easy. File, download as PDF. It's very easy in Google Docs. And I think most of you have been doing that, but that's how you do it. So you don't necessarily need to watch that video, but that is it. So instructions here: connected to and derived from your work on assignments 1 through 3. Don't recreate the will. Delivered fully online, so it can be async, it can be synchronous, or both. Equivalent of 5 school days of materials. I'm okay, once again, if you're multiple subject, just to pick one content area to focus on. And created and contained by leveraging technology, HyperDocs, Google Classroom, other tools of your choice. If you use Blackboard or Canvas or Schoology or Otis or any of these other LMSs, you feel free to use that. Don't use Classroom just because that's what the assignment says. Work within your LMS tool, Seesaw, things of that nature, HyperDocs, whatever technology is best for that. Scrolling down here, this is worth 50 points, and really each box on that assignment is worth 10 points, and you can read through there. Really, the difference between the levels is not having enough information and having enough information. If you have any questions on assignment 4, just reach out to me. You guys have been crushing it, and so I hope this all makes sense. Have a great day.